Well done, Michael. Another cracking victory, back-to-back wins for your team. What's your verdict when you reflect on what you've just watched?
Yeah, I thought we were excellent in the first 30 minutes of the game. Thought we pressed really well, had lots of high energy. I thought that sort of last 15 minutes at first half was a little bit even in terms of, yeah, there was a couple of sort of half opportunities for either side. And you know, second half, we knew that we had to try and sort of keep the energy levels up because they're a decent footballing team, and they've proven that not just this year, last year, and the previous year when they got promoted out of this league. So we knew we'd have to do that. It was a little bit flat, the game in the second half. I'm not sure if the sending off helped us, because they obviously went a little bit more direct then and threw more bodies forward and took more risk in the game, which you probably expect to do. But the reality is, I think second half we managed the game quite well. It's always difficult when the opposition go down to 10. We scored a fantastic goal in terms of good ball in, and obviously, you know, a fantastic header from Boyley. And listen, yeah, well, like I say, we defended when we had to defend. We put sort of bodies on the line, and you know, that's obviously 3 clean sheets now, and that's something to be proud of and something to work on going forward.
Yeah, it's proving to be a very effective combination, isn't it, at the moment, the Sam Clucas delivery and the Will Boyle head?
Absolutely, yeah. You know, and I think it was before the last game I was a little bit annoyed and did reference the fact that I think we should be doing better from set plays, and I think I touched on it after last week's game as well. And to score last week, I was obviously delighted because it's something we mentioned, and obviously today to get the winner from it, and again obviously the clean sheet makes it also special.
Yeah, so much added on time, a good save from Will Brook late on. Relief to hear the final whistle ultimately and get the job done?
I think so, yeah, because it was just like I say, it was one of those sort of games in the second half where it became scrappy because of the sending off. I thought it was a sort of good game up till then, you know, sort of two sides obviously trying to win the game, and then obviously that happened and it just made it a little bit more frantic. It was at a time where I felt we needed to inject a little bit of fresh legs in the group and the team, and we did that, and I didn't know if it was a detriment to us at that time going with 2 up top, and you know, I was kind of half regretting it. That's why we made more substitutions a little bit to sort of steady it up a little bit, but listen, the boys did great and they got the job done.
Yeah, it showed it was a squad game again, doesn't it? The subs coming on and making an impact in the end.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, the reality is, you know, it's not just about obviously the 11 that start the game. You have an opportunity to use 16 players, you know, and you know, we've sort of used our quota today. The lads that have come on the pitch have done ever so well, and every one of them has played their part.
Well documented early weeks of the season, you were leaking far too many goals than you would have liked. What's changed for you defensively to register 3 successive clean sheets now?
I think there's obviously a little bit of belief. You know, it's one of them where clearly if you score the first goal in any game of football, you give yourself a great chance of winning. We've obviously left it late today, but we've scored the first goal in the game again today, and when you've got that, you've got something to hold on to. But when I say we've got something to hold on to, you know, I felt sort of comfortable up until those like really last sort of dying moments in the game, and never really felt we were going to concede. But yeah, I think a bit of belief, a bit of confidence. You know, we've changed the shape over the last sort of few weeks as well. I think's helped us. We've got more bodies in the middle of the park, which I think has definitely helped the group as well, and allowed us to sort of defend from the front a little bit better.
You've got some really direct players in that team now, haven't you? When you look at Anthony Scully on the left and Ishmael Kabia on the right hand side, they could really hurt the opposition. Yeah,
they can, and you know, like Cabs as an example, he had to do a little bit more of a defensive type role today. We tried to get him a little bit high up the pitch, especially obviously once they went down to 10 men. The idea was to try and get the wing backs a little bit higher and pin them on the back line, but obviously, you know, he blew up with his cramp in both legs, which can happen because he put so much energy and excursion into the game. But no, yeah, we've got players that can hurt the opposition if we give them a platform to play from.
Really good atmosphere around the ground again, especially at the end when you're enjoying the moment of victory in front of the home fans. You've got to enjoy moments like this, haven't you, after what have been some challenging times over the last few months?
Absolutely, yeah. You know, it's one of them, and I suppose I'm one of the worst for it really, in terms of like switching on to the next game already and not probably enjoying the moment as much as I probably should. But I've just been in it that long. Football's got a great way of slapping you in the face when you think you cracked it. So yeah, listen, we're delighted today. We'll enjoy it over the weekend, but we'll be in Monday morning to sort of focus on Oldham.
Is it all the more timely and morale boosting as well after you started the day by telling us the disappointing news about Bradley Iovia, the injury he's unfortunately picked up, that you end it on a much more positive note? Yeah,
absolutely. And Brad's in there celebrating with his teammates. He's not allowing himself to get sort of too down on himself. He's a young lad. He'll recover from whatever the actual diagnosis when the time comes, whether it's a shorter one or a long one. He'll recover from that and get better from it. And yeah, listen, he certainly sort of played his part in the sort of celebrations after the game.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing him back out on the field as soon as possible. You're going to enjoy the weekend again now, Michael, because there have been some challenging times, haven't there, after some of the games this season?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's one of them where last week, was the first win in a long time here. We've been able to back it up with two clean sheets to add, and yeah, like I say, we've had some challenging times. I did say it's going to take a massive sort of momentum shift to sort of turn this round, and when I say this round, I mean from probably more than 12 months. We're probably talking about 18 months or so, where it's been difficult. There's not been enough victories. There's been a lot of defeats in that time. So we have to somehow, change that mentality. We're slowly but surely, I think, doing that. We just need to, continue to do that. We've got a couple of tough away games coming up in the league, but obviously we've got, an FA Cup in between, which is going to be, a very good tie as well.
Enjoy the victory. Thanks for your time, Michael.
Cheers, thanks.